Good afternoon, young warriors. My mission, my promise, my commitment to you is I will attempt to give you the best information I have for somebody to become excellent. But I'm going to encourage you by speaking into your potential. And that's simply to live for your eulogy virtues. Live from the inside out. Become a young man or a young woman of excellence, a young warrior of excellence. Remember, it's not something that we chase and we pursue. We attract it by the person we become. That's my promise to you. That's my commitment. Now you have a decision. Choose wisely. Young warriors, it was the Dr. Samuel Johnson who said, people need to be reminded more often than they do to be instructed. When you say that over and over a few times, it really makes a lot of sense. What it proves to me is, you know what, there's really nothing new under the sun. We just have to revisit. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about the inch wide, mile deep, because in my estimation, that is the best formula. In fact, I refer to it as you can take that and you can implement into any pursuit. And what it does, done properly, it allows you to become not an expert at something, but an expert at becoming an expert. That resonates with me. That makes a lot of sense. So with that, what I want to do is instead of talking more about it, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the same approach when I talked about last time about focus is not necessarily focusing narrow on the few things to do, but to get back and take a panoramic view and keep the things at bay. And what I found personally are there are two things that dismantle us in any pursuit, but especially in our pursuit of excellence through the formula of inch wide, mile deep. A few things that matter, done consistently. Now, when I say the few things, you can Google that. You can read a book on somebody who's aspired and done something that you want to do, and you can pretty much find out because, you know, success leaves clues. Mile deep is consistently, but not just consistently. And this is the backbone of that. It's being consistently consistent. Remember last time when we kicked that timeline and we showed the progression. The progression was nothing changed as far as the effort, but the unbelievable spike in success came because of the effort day in, day out, day in, day out. So the two things. Number one is instant gratification. Instant gratification. We're told that we can have this through easy payments. We're sold on innovation, on a new terminology that they use now is they hack something. That supposedly somebody sells us on ways to achieve quicker, to achieve more, to achieve better. I don't buy that. And the second thing is, I know. We say something to somebody. Maybe we ask somebody for advice and they tell us something. We go, yeah, I know. See, what we do is we smudge the lines of what we hear, but we believe that we know. And the virtue of humility should teach you that, you know what, unless you're doing it, maybe you don't know. So with that being said, those are the two things. It's the instant gratification, that allure to getting quicker. When that model proved that there is no way around it other than daily, consistent, just hard work, day in, day out, day in, day out. It's a process. I know. Don't mistake Don't mistake knowing something because you've heard it. That you may have to go in front of the mirror and ask yourself and just be brutally honest. Now, how do we fight these lures off? These are the two things that weld us to the treadmill. We put in all this work, but we get nowhere. We don't get the results. We fall prey to that. And what it is, it comes down to our focus. Remember last time I said focus is not drilling on the few things, but keeping the things at bay. In this case, it's the white noise. Do this. This is faster. This hack, this. How do you fight the white noise? You paint it black. You go dark. You take yourself away from the distractions. You focus on the few things that matter. Pick up a book. Get off of social media. It's up to you. You decide what you want to do. But that's my take on that. And this is what I want to close on this part, but I'm going to get into the dragons. And that's really going to be the main part of today. But I'll close with this. I mentioned the few things that matter. It's borrowed knowledge. You don't have to invent anything. It's already been done. You can Google the few things that matter. But you can't Google guts to stay on the process, to stay on the plateau. Young warriors, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to close, but I'm going to make this an extended close because this is one of our biggest downfalls is when we face adversity, what I call dragons. And the last time I mentioned, I said, I'm not going to downplay the severity of dragons. I get it. You have them, I have them. And they're relentless. But like I said last weekend, I'm not going to give them permission to dominate me. What I want to encourage you to do is when they lean in, you hit back. They're bullies. But when tamed, when disciplined, they become unbelievable resources. Discipline your disappointments. How do you do that? You understand that adversity, the things that happen to you, while they feel unique, oh, it's not fair, oh, this happens to me, get over it. These dragons, this adversity, it's universal. In fact, you need to understand that I will be convinced that anything that you're facing has not only been faced by hundreds of thousands of other people before you, but it's been defeated. They successfully navigated it. So with that, I want to close and I want to get out of here. But I want to encourage you. Find the few things that matter. That formula, the inch wide, mile deep. It's the best I've seen. That's the blanket that you can pull and you can cover any endeavor, any pursuit. And remember that what it does, it teaches you not just how to become an expert. I'll take it a step further. It teaches you how to become an expert at becoming an expert. That formula should cover just about every pursuit. Beware of the two pitfalls, the two downfalls in most every pursuit. Number one, the allure for instant gratification. It doesn't exist. It's a myth. It does not exist. It'll weld you to the treadmill. Block off the white noise. Paint it black. Go dark. Get away from the distractions and stay on your path. Young warriors, I encouraged you to pursue virtues of excellence. Live from the inside. Become a young man, a young woman of character. Practice humility. Don't say, I know, and think that you understand something just because you've heard it. Maybe you read it in a book. Live it. Experience it. And the last thing is the dragons. Look, I know this isn't easy, but it is worth it. I don't know you, but I'll stand up here and I'll tell you, I believe in each and every one of you. I've spoken to enough young men and young women where I can honestly say that I believe in you. I believe in your potential, and I do believe that you can change this world. I challenge you to pick up your sword. You go and slay these dragons. I'm out.